Hey guys, so it's Alex. I wanted to make a video kind of telling about what's been going on for the last few days. First of all, I rewatched one of my videos where I talk about getting a job at Target, and I was recently let go from that job for my own reasons. So yeah, that's number one. Number two, I've noticed it's not really apparent to me how much I've changed until I look at the videos in the past, and that's just really interesting. um, I like it a lot. It's very cool. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. And then another one is um, the LGBT population. So I am talking about volunteering about this with this organization, and I haven't done that yet. But um, part of the reason is that I'm hesitant because it's so it segregates trans people from the LGB population, and I've never really been a part of that. Like I've never really been a part of that separation before. One of the guys that was there um, during my orientation, um, when I came out as trans, um, he was like, "Oh, really? I never would have thought you passed really well." And he's like, "Well, that's your intention, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Yes, yeah." And then throughout the orientation, he definitely um, made it apparent that he knew that I was trans, so he would bring it up a lot, which really got annoying, and I felt really alienated, um, which is interesting. And then I was supposed to be a part of the speakers bureau, um, which would go into places and talk about their experiences. And there was one coming up this week actually that I wanted to be a part of, and it talked about experiences with gay people and bisexuals and all that stuff. And the guy specifically told me that since I was trans, I couldn't participate because they didn't want trans people there. And that really actually made me very angry. um, because I mean, he didn't really ask me about my other identities, and just because I'm trans doesn't mean that that's my only identity. So I feel like the organization has a long way to go. I mean, granted, it is only one person, but I did notice a change in the way I was viewed with that. So that's just made me a little bit hesitant to volunteer. Um, um, so yeah, they do provide transgender training. They have a packet in the orientation about how to treat transgender people, which I'm a bit conflicted about. But I mean, it's good. It's a good idea. I mean, it's good to know that have people know that there are people out there that um, and how to approach their situations. But at the same time, it is more alienation. Um, I don't think all the time that we're looked at as people. We're looked at as just having a trans identity, and that's really problematic. Because there are other aspects of people's identity, and some people are stealth. You know, I have a real issue talking about my own trans past because I am stealth in some areas of my life. But I figured at that organization I could talk about it openly. Um, and, I mean, I knew that something might happen like that, like it did. But I didn't really know how much it would impact me. And it kind of did impact me a lot. And it just made me kind of see that it really trans people are alienated and they aren't really a part of the LGB community. Like I mean, just like yeah. I mean, it's just really interesting. I've never had that before, and um, it's just very yeah separating, I guess, from the whole thing. Like it made me very hesitant to want to volunteer there. I guess though that shouldn't dissuade me, but for the time being, it's making it a bit more difficult for me to really commit to that. So, yeah, I guess it was just a really interesting instance that I experienced, and I just wanted to share. So, yeah, other than that, I'm doing pretty well. I am taking classes still, and I am going to apply to a master's in social work in the fall. So I'm gonna probably gear up with classes in the summer for that, like stats and stuff, and apply in October for several programs. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it. So, okay, thanks.